part of what Bill will do live at noon. But basically, we're here at the green screen, and I gotta put my heel back
You
on.
do have a shoe fetish.
Yeah. So I'm like this high, and then I go up onto this, and I'm.
But like
about 3
Amy
inches
has
higher.
a wide array of collection
These
of
are my spring
shoes.
shoes because it's going to be in the 80s today. So.
And we have some people who just joined in.
Let me give you a little tour over here. We love to do this to show people what it's like. Now, back in the day, all of these cameras were run by people. You can see they're still handled, and so that's pretty cool. Come take a seat. Sit in Liz Cho's chair. Yeah, Michelle Charles wore it over the weekend, and Liz during the week. And so here we start. Here, this is part of what Bill will do live at noon. But basically, we're here at the green screen, and you guys are seeing the green screen. But when you watch at home, you never see the green screen. And that's because anything green is replaced with maps. So I can never wear this Kelly lime green on TV. Darn it. But then I can look off here to the sides to the little monitors, the cheap monitors, and that tells me what's on. And so it's really kind of a cool opportunity for us to show this technology that people don't see at home. So, you know, I'm sure you've been in a TV station before, some people haven't, but when we also look into the camera, the other thing that you might find surprising is there's no teleprompter. Meteorologists do not have teleprompter. It is ad lib. So, in fact, the weather's changing so much, you have to be able to look at the screen and know what a change means in the moment. So, a script would be too dated. Now, the regular people, the newscasters, they get everything written down, even their name is written down. So, we get the prompter flip, we get to see what's happening on live TV.
So, I mean, have you found, you know, I know that you really like explaining what's going on and, you know, explaining some of these finer details of what's happening. Have you found that there's been a thirst for that? You know, I feel like the internet has really sort of unleashed the weather geek community in the world.
Well, yes, polar vortex.
Sorry, our control room was kind enough to punch you up so you can kind of
okay, so
see,
you can see that's
what it looks like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. So at home you
So,
don't really
yeah,
see that.
at home you're seeing the green
But
screen.
That's what it looks like.
And then
when
with
I
control room,
change,
you see
I
that.
can now look to the side and give you those numbers a little bit easier there. But you know, look, Steve, we can go to the polar vortex. You know, we can go to some of these big names, the Bermuda High, the blocking high, the different low pressure systems and what they do. But that terminology is kind of a teaser, if you will. It is science and it is interesting, and people do love to talk about it because there's no better common denominator than the weather, especially if you live in a building where there's an elevator. You can always bring up the weather. So I think people really love that. It makes for great headlines, and some people don't mind the science. My number one objective when I'm talking about the weather is I want to be right, so I want to have accuracy. Behind that, I want you to know what it's going to feel like. So 70 degrees is not equal. 70 degrees can be chilly, rainy, raw. 70 degrees can be humid, sticky, uncomfortable, or it can be perfect room temperature like we're in San Diego. So our job is to say, this is what it's going to feel like because of this weather pattern that we have, and to get our numbers, you know, on the spot. So I want you to be able to say, oh, I know what it's going to feel like. You know, she said it's going to be feeling cold by the nighttime, so I'm going to grab my jacket for later. So you're prepared, you know, so you don't get caught off guard with how it feels. Numbers mean one thing, but reality is something way different.
So I mean, we've talked a lot about the weather, but why don't you tell me something about yourself that your viewers perhaps wouldn't know and our readership perhaps wouldn't know? What's something about Amy Freeze that...
Well, let's see. I'm a single mom of 4 children. I have 3 boys and a girl. That's my real job. It's like my second job, but it's the hard one. And they're very supportive. They love weather. They love, you know, seeing me do the weather. I've done a lot of marathons this fall when WABC broadcasts the New York City Marathon. It will be my 10th marathon. Pretty excited about that. And I go to New Jersey a lot. I got my hair cut in Ridgewood for about 4 years straight at Finico Salon. I love that place. I do the Ridgewood Science Fair every year as well, so that's been a real joy for me to be able to go out and meet the kids and family at that. We do a lot in the community, but it's tough. Those are things that are unpaid. Those are volunteer opportunities to get into the community and build relationships with people. So that's something. Let's see what else. I really like to eat well. I'm a normal person, so when I hear your social media or I see your social media, I see it. No one else. Like, I'm the filter. I don't have an assistant reading it and trying to hide bad stuff from me. I see the good, the bad, the ugly. So that's good. The other thing I think people are surprised when they meet me in person is that I'm only 5'4". So this is my real height.
No heels.
I'm only like this. Steve, come stand next to me so I can see. So this is my real height. And then, oh, I gotta put my heel back
You
on.
do have a shoe fetish.
Yeah. So I'm
So
like this
let's-
high, and then I go up onto this, and I'm
But like
about 3
Amy
inches
has
higher.
a wide array of collection
These are
of
my spring
shoes.
shoes because it's going to be in the 80s today. So,
And we have some people who just joined in. We're now up to 3,500 people
exciting.
watching. Since they heard about a surprise, they were all expecting a proposal or that you were leaving or
Right.
you even got a proposal here. Bob Hatter says, marry me, please. But why don't you reiterate why we should be all congratulating you?
sure. I'm standing next to Steve Sterling from NJ.com, and this is the announcement of their big poll that they did online for the top forecaster, and they started with about 20 plus forecasters from New York City and New Jersey, and they narrowed it down to 5, and people kept voting and voting, and then they announced this morning that I won by a hair, but I'll take it. So thank you. I'm very flattered
Absolutely,
to
absolutely. And
it was amazing to be included in the list of the top 5. I love those guys, all of them. So
yeah. Well, you are the top one now.
yeah.
So this would not be complete without a prize winning. So and we'll turn it into a proposal as well. Will you please accept our clip art adorned mug?
Yes,
naming you
I
the best
will.
forecaster?
Thank you so much. That's adorable.
For the
Look
New
at that,
Jersey
you
area.
guys. And of course, in social media form, it does have an emoji on the back. I love it.
Absolutely.
That's great. You know, something else that might be surprising to people, of all the morning shifts I do, I don't drink coffee. I've never drank alcohol. I've never had a cigarette. So people are always shocked by that. I've made it
don't
through
drink
life.
coffee as a single mom with
No,
4
I
kids.
don't. I'm not heavily medicated in any way. I haven't done hard drugs, so it is possible in life to get by on that. And you know, I think that that's something that I will share. But my other vices, I will keep to myself.
Well, you want to give us a bit of a tour around the studio and show people?
Sure, yes.
show
Let me
people
give you
where
a
they
little
are?
tour over here. We love to do this to show people what it's like. Now, back in the day, all of these cameras were run by people. You can see there's still handles on them, of course, but now everything's robotic. So up in the 4th floor, one building over, or no, I'm sorry, 2nd floor, one building over, we have a control room where, you know, half a dozen people or so at least are in there working to make the show happen. You see our faces, but they're the ones punching buttons, telling us the order, keeping the timing, making sure the content is, you know, spot on. And so that's pretty cool. Come take a seat. Sit in Liz Cho's chair. Yeah, Michelle Charles worked over the weekend and Liz during the week. And so here we